going crazy. It's in your face. It's in your hair.
Shh! I will kill you, or else I'm going to kill you more better than anyone.
Eyes.
I'm recording and that was supposed to be a picture. And I was looking at the wrong thing the whole fucking time. Do you see my peeling skin? I don't know where to look. Is the green dot where I'm supposed to look? Ooh. Yeah, baby. The washing machine, once again, not sponsored. All right, but let's go. All right, Unaccommodating by Eminem. Please, dog, I need y'all to keep talking shit, because I feed off of it. I am the complete opposite of these retards who spit these weak bars. I'm gonna leave carnage. Each thought will be so toxic, it'll block the wind through your esophagus. Which reminds me of a Lars von Trier movie. One of those Lars von Trier movies. Which is probably why it made this list. Also, but even to the untrained human eye, we ain't the same, you and I. Somebody should have explained to you why. For you to go against me, it's simply insane. You will die. Yeah. That's why they call me kamikaze. It's plain suicide. Yeah. Bukowski. I get to do a Bukowski reading. Aren't you excited? You get so alone at times that it just makes sense. Page 212. Everybody talks too much is what I will be reading today. Well, right now. Looks like it's a few pages long here. How long is this? Yeah, okay. So we go from 212 to 215 here. When the cop pulled me over, I handed him my license. He went back to radio in the make and model of my car and get clearance on my plates. He wrote the ticket, walked up and handed it to me to sign. I did. He gave me back the license. How come you don't say anything? He asked. I shrugged my shoulders. Well, sir, he said, have a good day and drive carefully. I noticed some sweat on his brow, and the hand that held the ticket seemed to be trembling, or perhaps I was only imagining it. Anyhow, I watched him move toward his bike, and then I pulled away. When confronted with dutiful policemen or women in ransar, I have nothing to say to them. For if I truly began, it would end in somebody's death, theirs or mine. So I let them have the little victories which they need far more than I do. Me, Myself, and I by Bebe Rexha, BB Rexha, Bebe Rexha, and G-Eazy. I don't need anything to get me through the night except the beat that's in my heart. Yeah, it's keeping me alive. Keeps me alive. I don't need anything to make me satisfied. You know. 'Cause the music feels me good and it gets me every time. Reminds me of that song by Sweet. Love is like oxygen. I'll leave a link below in the description box. Oh yes, another Bukowski poem from You Get So Alone at Times That It Just Makes Sense. Okay, page 277, which is the featured poem here. Same as the title of the collection. You get so alone at times that it just makes sense. This is 2 pages. Okay, I have to turn it over. My little note here says PTO. You get so alone at times that it just makes sense. When I was a starving writer, I used to read the major writers in the major magazines in the library, of course. And it made me feel very bad because, being a student of the word in the way, I realized that they were all faking it. I could sense each false emotion, each utter pretense. It made me feel that the editors had their heads up their asses, or were being politicized into publishing in groups of power. But I just kept writing and not eating very much. Went down from 197 pounds to 137, but got very much practice typing and reading printed rejection slips. It was when I reached 137 pounds that I said, to hell with it. Quit typing and concentrating on... Excuse me. Let me start that part over. It was when I reached 137 pounds that I said, to hell with it. Quit typing and concentrated on drinking in the streets and the ladies of the streets. At least those people didn't read Harper's, The Atlantic, or Poetry, a magazine of verse. And frankly, it was a fair and refreshing 10-year layoff. Then I came back and tried it again to find that the editors still had their heads up their asses and or etc. But I was up to 225 pounds. Rested and full of background music, ready to give it another shot in the dark. I have a thing for dirty old men. Ask around. I have a thing for Bukowskis. Bukowskis. Would G-Eazy have read Bukowski? Well, does he read Bukowski? Would he have... I don't want to say be a friend of, because writers are weird creatures, huh? But be a friend of Bukowski. They clearly share similar sentiments about their work. Right? About what they do. Does G-Eazy not write poetry? Did Bukowski understand poetry the way that, say, Hunter S. Thompson understood his art? Where does the poetry? I've got Applause here by Lady Gaga with just a couple of lines. Tongue has stopped working. I've overheard your theory. Nostalgia's for geeks. I guess, sir, if you say so. Some of us just like to read. I would like to, at this point, recommend Slaughterhouse-Five by Kurt Vonnegut. I would really like to read this book. I started listening to this several years ago in an audiobook somewhere. I don't know where. And the guy who was reading it was really, like, I wanted to read it for myself. So, listening to it while I was doing the dishes and cleaning up every night, that I did at this time, wasn't working for me with this. Like, I listened to, like, a Richard Matheson short story. I listened to, like, Stephen King short stories. Paul Tremblay, I think I listened to something or a couple of his, something like that. As I was doing those things. But this, I really wanted to experience for myself. And I recently read, like, the first few pages. And I'm very excited to read further. I've watched some interviews with Kurt Vonnegut, and he is one of those old men, in the interviews. I mean, he's unfortunately not with us anymore, but right, I probably should have verified. Yeah, no, yeah, 2007. April of 2007. He looks like, seemed like, sounded like the kind of old man you just wanted to give a hug to. Bukowski you want to fuck with, right? Vonnegut you just want to hug. Okay, I also recommend 1408, which I have not read the short story to. I don't even think I have that in a collection or anything. I should probably read it at some point. But, again, I'm going to bring up We've Only Just Begun by the Carpenters. By Carpenters. Is it just Carpenters? Just listen to it. It's fucking totally creepy. I mean, if you want to. And then just in passing, I'd like to mention Words as Weapons by Seether. That opening line. All I really want is something beautiful to say. I don't have that down, and I don't want to get up and get it. I'm supposed to be relating this next piece to Pet Sematary by Stephen King, which I'm not gonna get. I don't feel like it, guys. Okay, it's up there on my favorite shelf. One of the Stephen King books for the most part enjoyed. I enjoyed this one more than some of his other ones that I've read. That one and Misery are up there. But that's all. I think I got rid of my copy of The Stand. I should probably get rid of my copy of it. Give it to one of the kids or something. Okay, in a sad way, I'm supposed to relate Pet Sematary. I did not like Salem Thought. Come at me. You don't own me. Don't try to change me in any way. You don't own me. Don't tie me down, 'cause I'd never stay. Coming to us from Leslie Gore's song, You Don't Own Me. Oh. Cemetery Gates by Pantera. Okay. There is no need to discuss the musical genius within this piece. If you're a music connoisseur, I'm sure you're fully aware of the beauty Dimebag presents us with here. Presented us with here. I Will by Eminem. And I don't think that I can stop it. Here it comes. I do my best to try and block it. Red Rum. Which takes me to Fuel by Metallica. Yeah. Turn on. I see red. Adrenaline drunkie. Hold on. Yeah. Turn on. I see red. Adrenaline crash and crack my head. Nitro drunkie, paint me dead, and I see red. 100+ through black and white. War horse, war head. Fuck 'em, man. White knuckle tight through black and white. Fuel by Metallica. Going back to I Will by Eminem. Yeah, my ear is stinky. I've been sipping on like vodka, head's numb. I'm blacking out, you better watch it. It's bedlam. Is it bedlam? What is that lyric there? I thought I heard a voice in my head that said kill. I had no other choice that was left except fill. My pencil full of poisonous lead, the devil. He wants me to murder this beat, so I will. He told me there are doubters who question my skill. They want to put my style to the test. Am I still the best? They want the crown on my head. I said, chill. If you want me to murder this beat, then I will. Roxanne by Arizona Zervis. It gives us Roxanne. All she want to do is party all night. Met her at a party in the hills, yeah. She just want to do it for the thrill, yeah. Why do you look like that, Stinky? What's the matter, Stinky? Are you my good boy? Are you my good boy? You want down, Stinky? Oh, you want a hug. Don't you? You want some hugs. Don't you? My handsome boy. The kids call him ugly. He's got a square head, they say. Quit. There is a very, very slick mirror effect to this whole piece. It's this philosophical Dostoevsky trip and done well, murdered, if you will. Recommend the Martian Chronicles. Oh, wait, hold on. I'm supposed to recommend the, I recommend the Martian Chronicles. Here, Stinky. I'll let you go free for now. This was all I needed you for. Go free. The Martian Chronicles by Ray Bradbury. This was fun. This was a lot of fun. This is done very well. The story surrounding... Would you stop? You want to be on camera. Come on. Come on. Come on. All right. They can see you now. Okay. You look like a bandit. My little bandit. All right. Get down. The Martian Chronicles by Ray Bradbury. This is fairly accessible. Why in living hell is this not something that is read and taught and discussed in like high school settings? Why? This is the perfect introduction to storytelling at that level. How to compose through pieces. Really? Why is this? Put Shakespeare back up on the fucking shelf. Pull Ray Bradbury out for a little while. And what's that movie? Oh fuck, it's got like everybody and their fucking mother in it. Giovanni Ribisi, it's got Jason Momoa in it. The Bad Batch. The smiley face on the... Yeah, The Bad Batch. That... If you've read this, watch The Bad Batch. If you have watched The Bad Batch, read this. Like, and enjoy, you know. This is going up on my favorite shelf. I don't want to call it, like, perfect, but it is... a really, really great leap from plays. It's a really, really great discussion bringer, not only with storytelling and its construction, but also with metaphor, also with social... not necessarily social commentary, but personal relationship commentary, on how, you know, how you affect those around you, how other people around you potentially affect you, and everyone as a community, as community-wide. Your responsibility to not only yourself, but the people around you, your family, the human race, the, you know, etc., your country, simply as a human being, which isn't that what we should be talking about in high school? Why are we talking about Romeo and Juliet in high school? Why are we doing that? No. No. Valuable information can be found here if discussed appropriately. No. Come at me. I don't give a shit. This is what should be talked about. How your actions, the implication of your actions on not only everyone around you, but the generations to come. I don't know how else to say this. There is beautiful metaphor in here. There is a beautiful, I say this, but what you really need to get out of this is what I don't say. Everyday conversation, communication, period. Yeah, sure, Of Mice and Men teaches us a bunch of shit about shit, but plus this has aliens in it. Sort of. It's Dostoevsky without being Dostoevsky. Read it. Read it with your teenagers. Okay, I should relax. Okay, I have this tendency to not know when to stop. Fiddler on the Green by Demons and Wizards. I recommend that song. I also recommend Frankenstein by Mary Shelley, although I have never read it. You know? And where is that book? Drown by Juno Diaz. Juno. I am not Spanish. I do not speak de Espanol. This is also something I never read, but I recommend. I'm sure you'd enjoy either, but I can't be sure at the same time because I've read neither, you know. Brain Rot. It's also, you know, when I think of the song I Will by Eminem, when I think of the lyrics, when I think of Brain Rot from Call of Duty Zombies, you know. If you know, you know. It's one of those things. All right. Next, Fall by Eminem. I think I'm all over the place here. I gotta take this sweater off. I'm too hot. What is this, number 20 or something like that? Alrighty. So next we've got Fall by Eminem. Too hot, the sweater had to go off. Okay. Photos through thumb, Marvel, slow to pick up speed, crescendo here. I've had as much as I can tolerate. I'm sick and tired of waiting. I done lost my patience. I can take all of you motherfuckers on at once. You wanted Shady? You got him. Say this shit is trash again, I'll have you twisted. Call it traps because it's a total setup, hoping that you rappers fall on that. Slap the clip and cock it back on competition. This is how I shot ahead. Pew. Increase the dose from least to most, then tell the Grammys to go and fuck themselves. They suck the blood from all the biggest artists like some leeches. Every parasite needs a host. We were talking about babies the other day and how babies eat inside of a mother's stomach. And I had to inform my child that she was pretty much a parasite and she ate before I did through a tube in her belly button, like something from like Minority Report or something, like straight up sci-fi movie. She was a parasite, sort of still is. All I know is that I wrote every single word of everything I ever murdered. Time to separate the sheep from goats. Yeah. And I got no faith in your writers. I don't believe in ghosts. When rap needed it most, I was that wing in the prayer, a beacon of hope with a BIRD in the air. Somewhere, some kid is bumping this while he lip syncs in the mirror. That's who I'm doing it for. The rest, I don't really even care. But you would think I'm carrying an Oxford dictionary. But you would think I'm carrying an Oxford dictionary in my pocket, how I'm burying these artists. For 3/4 spiral, Sunshine Knives, and I'd like to add Lock It Up by Eminem featuring Anderson .Paak to those recommendations. And moving on to number 21 on our Who's the Prettiest list. Slow to suspend and drop on Stan. Okay, these are going to have to be cut. This is going to have to be cut and placed correctly here. Merge to Monkey and Sunshine with Knives. 3/4 spiral. Snap, snap, snap. Still on photos through thumb. Crescendo. You've heard of Beelzebub, correct? By none other than Tenacious D. You've heard of Beelzebub by none other than Tenacious D. You've heard of Beelzebub by none other than Tenacious D. Quickening of pace, blood, gore sounds, black screen, interloped, partial voiceover, heart. Iced earth, partial singing voice. When the eagle cries versus a question of heaven, which song wins that battle? Seven Nation Army by the White Stripes. Flashcards. You about to witness hip-hop in its most purest, most rawest form, flow almost flawless, most hardest, most honest known artist. From Business by Eminem, of course. Hip hop is in a state of 911. So, let's get down to business. I don't got no time to play around. What is this? Must be a circus in town. Let's shut the shit down on these clowns. Look at all the bullshit that goes on in Gotham when I'm gone. Time to get rid of these rap criminals. So skip to your loo while I do what I do best. Yeah. Blur that shit out in the back. Make it look like I changed it to something else stupid. Ass blur or something. Okay, so look, here we go. Stand by Eminem. What lyrics did I pull up from this one to talk about? Any of them? Of course. You know the song by Phil Collins, In the Air of the Night? I'll leave a link to it below. About that guy who could have saved that other guy from drowning but didn't. Then Phil saw it all, and then at Joey found him. That's kind of how this is. You could have rescued me from drowning. Now it's too late. I'm on 1,000 downers now. I'm drowsy. And all I wanted was a lousy letter or a call. I hope you know I ripped all of your pictures off the wall. I love you, Slim. We could have been together. Think about it. You ruined it now. I hope you can't sleep and you dream about it. And when you dream, I hope you can't sleep and you scream about it. I hope your conscience eats at you when you can't breathe without me. See, Slim? Shut up, bitch. I'm trying to talk. Hey, Slim. That's my girlfriend screaming in the trunk. But I didn't slit her throat. I just tied her up. See, I ain't like you. 'Cause if she suffocates, she'll suffer more. And then she'll die too. Well, gotta go. I'm almost at the bridge now. Oh, shit. I forgot. How am I supposed to send this shit out? Let's do a violent cut there, right at the end. Perfect. That'd be kind of cool. Kind of cute. Kind of cute. Okay. That is part 1.